Hi all at Artsadmin, Nikki, Manik, Carl and Mary, thanks very much for looking at this video. What follows is a little selection of clips of Bootworks Theatre's greatest hits over the last 6 years. I really hope you enjoy it. I'll try and explain as we go along. So we started making performance work with a medium called the Black Box, which is a one-person theatre installation that you can see here. 6 performers perform around the outside of the box, and inside the audience sits and sees the show through these shuttered windows. So it reveals various parts of the performer. It plays with panning shots and tracking and forced perspective, very much like film, to bring particular things to life. This one is Bois Andalou, inspired by Dali's and Chien Andalou. Then we made Little Box of Horrors in the same medium, which is very much based on the horror film genre and draws from Kubrick-esque films, uses a lot of mask work in this one to bring the story to life. After that we made The Incredible Book Eaten Boy, which is a performance based on the picture book by Oliver Jeffers. This one employs a lot of puppetry, mask work and back projection in creating the animations. Is a kind of low-tech nod at a short film. 30 Days to Space was a solo performance where I climbed 7 to 8 hours every day to equal the height of space on a 6-foot ladder. I wrote to NASA asking whether they'd make me an astronaut, and after 30 days of climbing repeatedly and drawing stars at the top of every climb, they said no. So I chalked this up as one of my most glorious failures. We then mounted 4 miniature theatres on the back of tricycles as an outdoor theatre performance called the Red Boxes. Effectively, the audience sit down and watch a one-on-one encounter, one after another. There's 4 different encounters that the audience can undertake, and they're sort of 5-minute solo performances, really.
From the beginning. Okay. So a couple of months ago, I was doing the rounds. On the street corner, it's where I pick up most of my,
And now this is 30 Days to Edinburgh, our second 30 Days project, where Rob, Andy and I, as a disco dancer, a spaceman and a cowboy, walked from our home in Chichester to Edinburgh and made a show about the walk. It was also an installation and an article.
What we're going to need for this next scene is for you all to use the power of your imaginations.
So this is Predator, finishing off what I started when I was 5. This is based around Andy's love for the film Predator and remaking it as a child with his brother growing up. His brother outgrew it, and so he asks 3 audience members to remake the film with him. In a similar ilk is the sequel to that performance, Now Listen to Me Very Carefully, which is based on Terminator 2. And deals with Andy's obsessive-compulsive disorder, family values, but all through the vein of his love of Arnold Schwarzenegger and Terminator 2. That's in development at the moment. We're nearly finished with making that one, which brings us pretty much up to date with where we are at the moment. So the latest strand of our work is called Word of Mouth, and that's what we're asking you guys to support. At the heart of it is giving a voice to people that don't usually get an opportunity to speak. We're going to be asking them a series of questions about their lives, about their perspectives, about their opinions, and then sharing that with a larger audience through new media practices. In terms of the new media, we'd like some time and space to develop in that area. We've worked with film in the past, but always in an analogue way, so we want to crack the digital element of the project. Lots of work has been done thus far to prepare for it, so we've mounted some video goggles on a mask, and we've also innovated the technology to be able to capture people's faces. It would be also really useful to get some dramaturgical support from the people at Artsadmin, because although we've worked in live art practices in the past, we want to make sure what we're generating is of a quality. So it'd be really exciting to be part of a thriving artistic community in London as well. If all this sounds interesting, then we'd love to work with you. Thanks very much for listening. Bye-bye.